All right, guys, I got my measuring tape and I got my measuring wheel. So basically we're gonna measure right now for a garden wall and a retaining wall. The first thing you wanna do when you're measuring a wall is measure the height. On this wall, we have 3 feet. The wall is 3 feet high. So I'm gonna use my wheel here. This is what I usually do. So I just use a measuring tape to measure the height. And I always measure the length with my measuring wheel. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. All right, so my measuring wheel says that I got 10 feet. Okay, so from that corner to here, we got 10 feet. What you're gonna do next is you're gonna do your length times your height. So 10 times 3, we got 30 square feet of wall. Okay, so that's how you measure for wall. Very, very simple. So right behind me here, we got some pavers. Let's just assume this is a patio area and we wanna know what is the surface area of this patio. So what you're gonna wanna do for this one, we're just gonna use our wheel. Okay, now the wheel makes you seem much more professional and it's much more efficient and much quicker when you're measuring anything, okay? So first thing you wanna do is we're gonna measure the distance from here to down there. All right, your measuring wheel tells you right here, we got 10 feet. So the patio is 10 by 10. So that's very simple. All you gotta do is do 10 times 10. So this area right here is 100 square feet. If we need 100 square feet of pavers, we know our pavers cost $5 a square foot. So that's gonna cost you $500 just for your pavers, okay? Not including the gravel, the geotextile membrane, the edge restraints that go all around it, the polymeric sand, those are all extra, okay? So that's how you measure for a patio, and I showed you how to measure for a wall, okay? Very, very simple. Now I'm gonna give you an example of how to measure for steps, okay? Because you will have steps to build, steps to measure. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how we do that. Now, let's say you have an area that has no steps right now. You need to build them from scratch, right? Well, to find out how many steps you need, we need to get the elevation, right? So the elevation is your height. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna use your measuring tape and you're gonna measure from the bottom all the way up here, okay? That's where our floor ends, right? So we got that measurement. It's 3 feet, okay? So depending on the steps that you're building, your steps could either be 6 inches high or they can be 7 inches high, okay? It's not recommended to build them any higher than that, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do 3 feet, you're gonna transfer that into inches, which would be 36 inches. Let's just keep this simple and do them at 6 inches each step. So we got 36 inches. Okay, so that will give us 6 steps of 6 inches. So let's see if we're correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see the steps behind me? There are 6. So that tells me right there that each of those steps are 6 inches. Okay, so that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. There's nothing to it. Everything's pretty much the same. And the way you measure sod is the same way you measure any surface area. And it's no different to measure a walkway, a patio, a driveway, anything that's a flat surface. You want to get the width and the length. Okay, so add that up and it'll give you your square feet. Teaching you this because you may know how to install everything, but maybe you don't know how to calculate how many square feet is everything, right? I didn't know this at first. I knew how to install pavers, steps, walls, but I only learned how to measure everything later on, okay? So I figured, it wouldn't hurt for me to teach you how to do it. Now, let me tell you one more thing here before I forget. In case you got edging to measure, right? Like this right here. You see that? Let's pretend this is a stone edging you want to do. That's pretty simple, guys, all right? All you gotta do is measure the length, right? So take your wheel, let me show you. I'm making this as baby as possible, okay? So there's no reason for you not to understand anything that I'm saying. So what you wanna do is just measure your length. Okay, we got 9 feet there. Now, when you're measuring just one line, let's say for edging or edgers or borders, whatever you want to call them, you don't say square feet. Square feet is for a surface. This is called linear feet. All right, so it's just linear. It's one line. Hope this was simple and easy for you to understand. So now you got everything you need. So that's about it, guys. See you guys right on the next video. Let's do it.